1974, this relatively newfangled thing called DCI moves its championships to Ithaca, New York, Cornell University's show call field. It was a beautiful setting for this championship event, which was still in its infancy. It was a year of recession and inflation across the country, also a year of political upheaval. Watergate was really brewing, and in fact, Richard Nixon would resign as president at about the time we were heading toward championships. Gerald Ford would become our new president. The Vietnam War was thundering toward what was looking ever more like an unsuccessful conclusion, and we were a little slower getting around on the highways. We had adopted the 55-mile-an-hour speed limit as a means of saving precious fuel. But we still did get to Ithaca, New York.
The double nickel.
That's it.
We poked our way to Ithaca, New York. This is a great idea, but it's only our third championship. It's the evolution of the revolution that was DCI. You've got to remember it's an organization of the Corps, by the Corps, kind of Lincoln-esque. The idea being we're going to take the risks, but we're going to make the profits off of our own production. So it's a great idea, but it's pretty new, and it comes to your backyard, essentially.
Yeah, and there was a lot of uncertainty. I was just up the road, still a marching member with the Squires in Watkins Glen. We didn't know what this DCI thing was all about. We were a classic small-town drum corps. We knew the big guys had gotten together to make this thing happen, but we said, hey, it's this close, let's go. We ended up in the top 25. We were on cloud 9.
Imagine what it must have been like to make the top 12 that year, let alone win. I mean, corps came from all over. Midwest, California, the Kingsmen came, New Jersey, the Muchachos came, Salle Oaklands, remember them? From Canada. So there was a huge outpouring of drum corps support for this event. The returning champs, they had won in 1973, and talk about the triumph of character and identity, the Santa Clara Vanguard. Now they overtake Madison Scouts. Madison's won prelims, but Santa Clara comes thundering back in finals with a beautiful Young Person's Guide for the Orchestra that really takes the top slot.
Interesting bit of trivia here. The only time a New York State Corps ever made the top 12 was this year, the Auburn Purple Lancers.
I remember that very well, but I think that one of the tricks we're doing here with the DVDs, this Legacy series, is pointing out with 20/20 hindsight what you can look for. Entering in 1974, the Phantom Regiment with their all-classical programming and the Blue Devils with their all-jazz programming. Imagine coming in the same year. Wow.